Hello, hello, and welcome to another video in my basic build series. I'm your host, Blends. Let's get started. Alright, today I'm going to show you how to build a one-chunk iron farm for 1.14 update, the Village and Pillage. I'm playing in Java. I'm not 100% sure if this works in Bedrock because I don't play Bedrock, but hopefully you can find out down in the comments if it does. Alright, so I let this run for about an hour by itself, and this is about how much I got. This does vary. It depends on the gossiping that the villagers do. Sometimes you give a little more drops, sometimes you give a little bit less, but it is about 2.5 stacks of iron per hour. Alright, and then all of these items are what you're going to need. These aren't exact totals because I don't have the program that will do that for me, so I kind of guesstimated. And you can also make this bigger than what I have or a little bit smaller than what I have, so it could change a little bit. But yeah, you're going to need a bunch of glass, a bunch of blocks. I use smooth stone just because it's easy to see and it's not flammable. I use a bunch of slabs, and then I use about 30 lighting, like sea lanterns. You can use that with glowstone if you want to, and then a couple of buckets of water so you can get some infinite water sources. I have one door for my AFK station. Gonna need 9 signs, 9 hoppers, a chest, 1 bucket of lava, and then this has, let's see, 56 villagers in it, so you need 56 beds and 56 looms, and 1 more bed if you plan on sleeping in your little AFK area down here. Alright, let's get started building it. Okay, so you're going to want to find which chunk you're going to build this in, and to find your chunk borders, you hold down F3 and hit G. I'm playing in Java, by the way. I'm not 100% sure how this is going to work in Bedrock, because I don't play that one, but in Java, hold down F3, hit G, and your chunk grid shows up. So you're going to find the front wall, which is going to be this yellow grid right here. You're going to come over to the left corner. So this is the left corner of it right here, and then you're going to go into the 6th block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you're going to go out 2 more from that. So 1, 2. So 6 over, and then the 2 out from there. So you're really 2 away from the wall. And there you're going to put 2 full stacks of this new scaffolding block in there, and then to keep putting them on top of each other, you just go to the side of it and just keep clicking until you run out of both stacks. And I do have to add in there, you want to be at least 64 blocks away from any other beds that you have. I went, that's 4 chunks away. I think I went 5 or 6 just to make sure. Alright, I will meet you up top. Okay, so when you get up to the top, it's going to be right here, and then your chunk grid, you're going to make sure you're 6 from that side and 3 from this side. And right here, it's easiest to go down a little bit and come out. Don't fall off, though. If you do, you just kind of run back into it. Place your block right in the corner, so the very top block you have there is that one right there. Alright, this is going to be your way up. So what you're going to do is I always crouch, and then I go over to the very corner, and then I put I'm using a sea lantern. You can use glowstone if you want to. You don't have to use these. This just makes it, I think, look a little bit better, and it lights up everything without having to do torches. Alright, so you're going to do this little pattern here. You're going to do the glowstone at the edge of the border, and then you're going to go 3 whatever building blocks you're using. I'm using stone, smooth stone, because it's easy to see, and it's non-flammable. You want to make sure you don't use something flammable because you are going to be using lava for this. So you do the light block, and then 3 stone blocks, then another light, and then 3 more, then another light. Then you're going to do pretty much the same thing over here. So 1, 2, 3, light, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one's a little bit different. You're not using any lighting blocks right there. You can just go all the way over to the corner of this chunk. Alright, then you do it the same way on this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, and then you can come back this way until you meet that other line. Alright, so you're going to have a little base like this. I also like to put this one as the sea lantern just to make it look a little more symmetrical. You don't have to, but I just line it up with that one there. And then you're going to do the same thing and make a little block right here. So let's do that real quick. 3 out, and then the sea lantern, and then 3. So then you're going to have a 5x5 area here, and a 5x5 area here, and another 5x5 area here. Alright, just like that. If you want to put another sea lantern or something over here just to make it look symmetrical, you can, but it's not necessary, because right here is where your killing chamber is going to go. So we're going to go ahead and start that. So you come over to this corner, and then you do your back wall. You go up a couple high there, and do 3 all the way up, or 4 more up until the sea lantern, and then go over 1. Same thing over here, over 1 like that. This is where your chest is going to go, and behind that you're going to put your hoppers. So you, bless you, by the way. Sorry, if you heard my wife, that was her sneezing back there. Anyway, you're going to put your 9x9 thing of hoppers in there, and you crouch to make sure they go into each other. Do that real quick. Try not to fall off the edge. It's a long drop. Alright, so then you're going to build up a little bit more. Alright, just like that. 2 more high. And then this level right here is where your signs are going to go, but up one more level is where the lava is going to go. So we're going to put one more up there. And I also like to go all the way across on this level. Forgot those two there. All right, in order to do the lava, you get your signs. You just crouch. You're going to hold the shift button, and then put all three signs on top of each other like that. Do 9 all the way across here. All right, and then your lava can go, that real quick, lava can go in this block right in the back, and you can stand here, it's not going to hit you as long as you have this one covered. But this is where I put my glass so I can see what's going on inside there, just like that. All right, from this one, this is your killing chamber, so you're going to want to have your golems get pushed by water into this one. So you're going to go back 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was 7 total because that block counts 2. And you're going to go up 1, back to edge of the chunk border right there, and get rid of that block. All right, so you've got a total of 4, and then a total of 8, and then your lava. All right, you're going to do that in these 2 as well. All right, just like that. I also like to do this one too. This one's not necessary, but I just think it looks better that way. All right, so from this one here, I like to see what's going on inside this. So starting not at the corner, but one end, I like to put glass in. So I'm just going to do a couple layers of glass all the way across. I leave the corner like this because I think it looks better if it's a solid block there. All right, you can just go up 3 high along all these here. All right. Then you're going to do the same thing around here. I'm going to use those as solid blocks, not glass, just because it looks better. Alright, when you get to the corner here, you're going to do this 2 high thing all the way around. When you get to here, you're going to be 3 high. Alright, so it's going to look like this. It fits completely inside this chunk border right here. Alright, then you can get your water. I don't need this stuff anymore. Done with all those for good. Alright, get your water, and then you can put it in each of these corners here. So 1 there, and 1 there, and 1 in the middle because that's short and the water's just going to flow in that one direction. So that will go straight over to there. When your golems fall in here, they're just going to go into that that killing chamber. Alright, back here, starting on this block here, you can just go back 7 blocks. So it's going to be a total of 8 from this one here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, and then on this one here, you're going to want to do glass. This is going to prevent your golems from spawning on this one, because this is where a wall is going to go. So they won't get stuck inside that wall, because they'll spawn on this side and they'll have enough room to just flow all the way down. You can do the same thing on this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go back with glass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, just like that. So that's 8 total. Then what you want to do is come out here, go all the way across, glass, 2 lines. Alright, then you get your solid block again and just fill this all in. Alright, so it's going to end up looking like this. You can add this layer in here. Okay. Alright, so this is where your golems can spawn in these blocks here, not in the glass. Actually, you probably want to make that one glass too. Sorry, I forgot about that. There we go. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to come back to this one here. You're going to put another solid block on the side there. Then you're going to do glass here. This is where the beds are going to go. So you just go all the way across. Make sure I don't fall off the edge there. Alright. Put in creative mode again, and then you're going to go out a total of 3 more. So it's going to be 14 across and 3 wide on this glass. Alright, once you got that done, you can put your solid blocks around the corner here. Now you'll notice that this whole thing is completely filling out this chunk. So this is the completely filled chunk here. So you can get rid of those chunk borders probably if you want to now. So you know it's going to completely fit inside there. Alright, next thing you want to do is get your beds. And you're going to start back here on this glass. So not the first one, but the middle one here. And you're just going to place all of your beds in like this. And you're going to turn around and put it on this glass here. So the beds are actually going to hang off 1 block. Okay, so you've got all those filled in. Now what you can do is put your water in. So underneath these beds and each of the corners here, you're just going to, every other one, you're going to put that in. Alright, that way this is all flowing straight to this one, and it'll push your golems either straight into the lava or onto this water stream, so it'll go into the lava there. Alright, now you can build your wall around here. So you use glass again. Actually, that corner one should be a solid block just to make it look better. You do glass around here all the way across. That way nothing's going to spawn right there. And then you can use your solid block here and just go around with your solid block, and you can just go ahead and fill this all the way in with solid block. Alright, on top of this block you're going to put your workstations. So go ahead and put whatever workstation you want to use. I'm using the loom because it's the cheapest one to make in survival. Now, it's starting to get dark, which is a perfect time to put in some more light blocks. So you're going to fill in the solid block there, and then put your light blocks in. These two here, and then 2 more solid blocks. And go ahead and do that right over here. So use a solid block behind the looms, sea lanterns or whatever you want to use, and then the other blocks there. Alright, this is your chamber for all of your villagers. That part is pretty much done. What you still need to do is you want to fill in this area a little bit on each side. And then on the back part, I like to do solid blocks all the way across. That way you don't have to cover them up even farther than the one chunk, because lightning can hit them if they can see the sky. Or 3 blocks from the sky anyway. But this one, you're actually going to cover the whole thing. So you just put glass along there. Now this is the point where you should be putting your villagers in. If you have 28 villagers, go ahead and bring them all in now. I like to bring them in at night just to make sure they all sleep, but if you don't, you can just pop 2 in here and then feed them, and this acts as a breeder, and they'll basically breed until they have 1 villager for each of these beds. Don't start your second villager area, even the beds, until you have this one completely filled up, because they'll start spawning more villagers in here if you're using this as a breeder, and then those villagers are going to want to try to sleep up top. It's a lot more of a hassle to get them up there than it is just to breed a second batch in the top level. Alright, just as an afterthought, if you get too many villagers in your lair and you just want an easy way to get rid of them, just kill them. You don't really need them. Just make sure you have all of your beds filled out in every layer that you got so they don't start breeding again. So I'm cheating, I'm in creative mode, but this does work if you use this as a breeder. I've done it in my survival world and it works just fine. It does take a little while for them to breed, isn't that much though, but it'll work. So once they've all found a bed, you guys are going to walk all the way over here. This is a point when you can start doing your second layer of villagers beds, because these have all assigned themselves to these beds now. Alright, so now what you want to do is just build up 1 more block all the way around the sides. Go up 2 like this. Okay, so this glass layer right here is going to be the bottom part to that the next level spawn area for your golems. So you're going to fill it out just like that. So you're just going to come out here until you're at the bottom of this, so it matches up with that one. Same thing on this side. Alright, and then you can go ahead and fill this wall in. Easier to do that now. And then fill this all in with the solid block. Alright, so it's going to be identical to down there. And then you go ahead and put your wall in, go up a couple more here. Okay, so this is where the water is going to be, so that means that this block right here is going to be the glass block that's under the workstation. Just going to do glass all the way across. Just like that. Then this level right here is where your beds are going to be, so you can just put your 3 glass down like this. Alright, it's going to be just like that, so if you want to, you can put your beds down here now, as long as those villagers are done breeding down there. So on top of these, you're going to put all of your workstations again. Alright, then put your solid blocks back there, 2 in there, do the same thing on this side. And your light sources inside there, it'll give it some light. Alright, then go ahead and put your glass block, actually a solid block there, and then glass block all the way across here. Alright, you go ahead and start getting your villagers going in here, breed them up again if you like. Okay, now all of your villagers are sleeping. They won't always all sleep. Hopefully most of them do. There's something going on with them, their AI. I'm not really sure what it is, but I haven't figured that out yet. But anyway, so we're going to put the water in down here since we're done with all that. Alright, now this one will flow to here, and it's going to pull all those golems down to that way. All you got to do is cover your farm here, and then you are completely done. I'm going to use the bottom slabs just so nothing can spawn on top, and that way they won't get struck by lightning. Okay, if you want to design it like I did that one and put lights around all over the place, you can just kind of do whatever you want. I think I just continued this pattern all the way down, so just skip to put a light. You can do whatever you want in here. I just went down the same level. That is your farm. But if you're going to AFK here, here's the next thing you want to do. Where all these lights are on the bottom, you're going to put glass all the way around. It doesn't have to be glass, I like glass so you can see what's going on outside. And then go up, oops, not that one. Go up a few high. Alright, and then when you get to this level here, I like to fill this one in with this brick or a solid block, like that. And then on top of each one of these, I just put the slabs. Just like that. You can also put a door on here just to make sure that Phantom doesn't somehow get inside here or any other mob. Just put the door here, and you just stand on this middle block here, and you just can AFK if you like. Remember, the farm does work a little better if you don't AFK, because if you sleep, then they wake up faster and they start breeding golems again. But you can put, you know, a bed there. You can put a chest down over here. That way, if something happens and you die in the middle of the night, you can respawn next to this bed with all of your stuff in this chest. You just put everything you have on you in there. And if you're on a server, people might want to mess with you. I've seen that happen before. Just put all your stuff in there. That way, when you wake up, or if you die, or whatever, all your stuff's going to be safe. Alright, that's it for this build. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment about any other videos you'd like to see. See you later.